you are interested in talking about patents. Yes. Now, could you just give us an idea of in what area are you interested in?
Okay, so first of all, a patent is a grant by a government for monopoly use of an idea. They were introduced, I think, in the middle of the 19th century, thereabouts, in the UK, and we've come to the point now in the field of software, in the United States particularly, where patents, instead of promoting innovation, seem now to be actually hindering it. There are several reasons for this. First of all, we should observe that in the world of software, there's a huge ecosystem of free software, open source software, free software. There's Linux, OpenOffice, LibreOffice. These amazing products exist completely free of charge. They've been developed by developers who seek no other gain than recognition. They clearly do not need the promise of monopoly control of their ideas in order to innovate. Unfortunately, in the United States, again, it's possible for a company to purchase patents because they're a good that can be bought and sold like any other commodity. So I can set up a company in the States, buy a whole bunch of patents.
Right.
My company does nothing else but sue other companies for infringing on my intellectual property.
Right. So it's not good for business, yet it's supposed to be in place to help businesses have an incentive to invest in research and development.
Yes, exactly. However, because it's very easy to get a very broad general patent that covers a whole area of expertise, it's very difficult now to invent something in the field of software without infringing on somebody's previously existing patent.
Right, and you were mentioning that one of the examples was the one-click example.
Exactly. Amazon successfully prevented Barnes & Noble from implementing a one-click button on their website, even though the implementation behind the scenes might have been radically different. Barnes & Noble may have had to do a lot of research and development to figure out how to make their one-click button work. Yet Amazon was able to prevent them from using merely the idea of a one-click
button.
One-click
being that you purchase something with one click?
Exactly. So as a user, you come to the website, you're looking at a product, a book, for example. The seller, Barnes & Noble or Amazon as the case may be, they already have your shipping address, your billing address, your credit card information, and a whole bunch of other preferences. So all you need to do is signal your assent to purchase the item you're looking at with a single click. The concept, overall is not very difficult. The implementation, however, is, because you need to organize and coordinate your warehousing with your shipping, with your billing, with a whole bunch of other things. And they're the kind of things that might be implemented and invented differently by different online shops. However, Amazon has successfully been able to prevent other companies from using the mere concept of a one-click purchase.
Does that mean that no one is allowed to say you can purchase by clicking only one time?
No one in the US.
So you can't, that means that you must have more than one click to purchase?
Exactly. Exactly. It's a bit like the guy who invented the hot air balloon saying, if I come along and invent a jet engine, the guy with the hot air balloon says, I invented air travel first, you can't do that.
So that isn't that exactly opening the future for the little guy or the individual without any big resources to it's almost stopping people from using better ways.
Exactly. Exactly. And this was the case even in the start of patent history. This guy called Watts, if I remember correctly, invented the steam engine, which is a great innovation, fantastic. He deserved to make a ton of money from that. Once he had invented it, though, he spent the rest of his career preventing other people from making improvements.
Okay.
And it's been the same story ever since.
Okay, so and how does it affect, for example, how would it affect you, or how could it possibly affect you?
It doesn't affect me personally just yet. However, I would be very worried if I tried to sell a product in the US. Because, every 100 lines of code probably violates 100 different patents.
Okay, so basically, if you were in the States, the person who would win is the person who has the most money for lawyers?
Pretty much. What it would mean in practice is that I would effectively be paying a kind of innovator's tax, or a patent troll tax. So I'd be able to continue operating, but the patent trolls would be able to claim a big slice of my revenue.